Hey guys, welcome back to Mass Effect. We're gonna go ahead and continue talking to our crew and trying
Commander.
to get them to get to know them a little bit. I accidentally hit E. All right, let's go ahead and talk.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
One-on-one.
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Okay.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
What's up, girly girl?
All right.
Uh-oh, she got problems.
I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex.
What?
With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Because they're not
They may not
Alliance?
serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Okay, I get what she's saying.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies.
Oh.
We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Oh man, by mistrusting our allies?
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their
Little
backs
bit
are
of
against
superiority.
the wall, they'll abandon us.
Not necessarily. That's pretty cynical.
You got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Why do you feel that?
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Okay. Let's ask her about her
Doesn't sound
service.
like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Just one rotation?
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I see. Let's ask her
You're
about her
lucky.
military family.
I lost my family on Mindoir. Are you related to anyone I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. I read about Mindoir. The Alliance screwed the pooch on that one. Should have had a
Screwed
bigger
the
garrison.
pooch.
Is that why you're out here? To take the fight to the pirates?
Yeah.
Mainly I wanted to serve. Protect the Alliance, save lives, you know?
Glad to hear it. I'd hate to think you were out here for a free college education.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Alright, that's good.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Okay, so how are we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I believe her.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Ah, that wouldn't
Is
be
that the
appropriate.
best way to spend your time, Chief?
I read you, Commander. I'll behave. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. They lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Indeed. Looks like we covered
Dismissed, Chief.
all the points with Ashley.
Ma'am.
She's a snarky girl. So snarky. Let's talk to Rex.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
Tell us your
There's
story.
no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Don't be an ass. We'll go. Come on.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Yeah, that's
I heard
unfortunate.
about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It
It
isn't?
seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
Ah.
An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
Wow.
And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Oh my gosh, that's pretty crazy.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy
I was
subject.
just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Interesting.
The
Abandon his
genophage
people?
infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What's killing you?
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Becoming mercenaries, basically.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
That's so sad.
Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why not?
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Yeah. Valid point.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time.
They're kind of like the
Just
Klingons.
who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Grumpy warriors.
So
I
long,
see.
Lex.
That's sad.
Shepard.
Man. Poor Krogans. And let's talk to Garrus. Garrus, hey dude.
Commander, nice work out there.
Maybe we can
I
get
knew
him to
working
have
with
a
the
crush
Spectre
on
would
us
be better
too.
than life at CSEC.
You
Have you
knew?
worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's true.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was
So
the
you
reason?
just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without
Good job,
CSEC
Garrus.
headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Yeah, that
If
depends.
getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Oh, I think I pushed a button. I'm sorry, Garrus.
How are you?
Oh, let's
Why
ask.
did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first
We
place?
can continue the conversation.
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such
Like what?
as?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted
Oops.
to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Aw.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being
Interesting.
too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren.
Understandable.
He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the
A
same
spectre?
reasons.
You could have been a spectre?
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate, me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sex rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Do I agree with him? I don't know.
Don't get caught up in the details, Garrus. We'll find him, and then we'll stop him. That's all you need to know.
Good point. Thanks, Commander.
Hopefully that improved things between us a little bit. Now what is this thing? Okay, those are the lockers. That's a requisition officer. Who's back here? Oh, Tali. Let's go talk to Tali. Can't forget our favorite tech expert. Good old Tali. Hey girl, hey.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
This ship is
The
special.
Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space.
That's right.
I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
Ah, you're into
I had no idea
ships.
you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly
sounded so
being
sarcastic.
repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work, mostly. We've tried to make
impressive, though.
ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Interesting. Let's ask her about the
I
pilgrimage.
want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet.
So I wonder what
This
she's
is
gonna
presented
bring
as
back.
a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
That's cool.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society.
I'd love to see her eyes. And
Even
her
when a
face
gift is
behind
not
it.
particularly valuable, the captain
mask.
usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Interesting.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey.
That's cool.
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
Maybe that's why she has
By
to
the
use
time we
the
leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage.
stuff.
This is a rite of passage for all
Potentially.
Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Cool.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Let's ask her about the
I want to know
Geth.
more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me about it.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI.
AI gone wrong.
Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Is it illegal?
How come the council didn't step in? And
Interesting.
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Ooh, the neural network.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Ooh, like
So
a hive
there's
mind.
some sort of group consciousness.
They're the Borg.
No, nothing like that.
Dun,
They
dun,
cannot
dun.
share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I don't get it. I think that makes sense, but I'm gonna
That
say
doesn't
this.
make any sense.
So I think she'll
I'm
keep
probably
explaining.
oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers.
That's interesting.
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Ooh.
As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Why?
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
Sure I do.
The Geth were created to engage
Self-awareness.
in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
Yep.
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first.
Oh wow.
A general
Oh,
order
that's
went out
interesting.
across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Geth responded to this order violently.
Wow, yeah, that's tricky. They probably shouldn't have jumped to that conclusion so quickly.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
But they
The
probably
hope
already
was
had
that
rights
most
at
of the
that
Geth
point.
would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated.
Oh, that's...
The war was
yeah.
long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Interesting. Then we haven't asked about the
Tell me about
Quarians
your
yet.
people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla,
That's a lot.
and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child.
Oh.
If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point.
Oh, interesting.
Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Population control.
In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Who's the
That's your
Conclave?
government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency.
Interesting.
To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Oh, that's
It's a
interesting.
safeguard that served us
Yeah.
well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's a really intriguing system. Okay, I guess we
I should
talked
go.
to her.
See you later.
Said everything we could to her. We learned a lot. Holy cow. Ooh, forward charge status. Yeah. Let's talk to
Hey,
this.
Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Is that a problem?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I didn't. Okay. I'm gonna
I
continue
figured
this.
she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Let's ask him about
I want to
some
know
stuff.
more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Ooh.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
That's nice.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation, too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions.
Interesting.
So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
That's understandable.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Let's see.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Cool.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a
Tokyo.
cruiser. She was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Cool.
Carry on, Adams.
Good work, Adams. You're a cool dude. I like you. Alright, so let's see. Now we can just go back up. Squad lockers. Oh yeah, just kidding. So we're in engineering. We can go back up to deck 2. Which actually we haven't been to deck 2 yet, have we? We've just been deck 1 and 3. I think. If I remember correctly. Like I mentioned, it's really nice to take a moment just to kind of get to know the crew and get to know the ship a little bit better, too. Okay, there's the stairs that go... Oh, I see. Okay, so this was deck 2. was very confused. So we want to go ahead and go back to deck 1. Is deck 1 at the top, I guess? So it's actually like top to bottom, which is a little bit disorienting. Okay, so now that we've talked to everyone, we've explored everything here on the ship, we need to go to Pharos to figure out why they were attacked by the Geth. So let's see, did it say where Garros was? I don't think it says.
Good timing,
let's
Commander.
see
We got a
if-
transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Ooh, from who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Oh. Where's the comm room? Oh, right behind me. Okay. I guess we need to go talk to the council.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Okay.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Infiltration units?
You mean spies?
Spectres tend
You
to
mean
attract
spy.
attention, Commander. But they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Sounds serious.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications.
Oh,
But
snap.
the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important.
Interesting.
Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer.
Okay.
Good luck, Commander
That's
Shepard.
useful.
We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Well, okay, so now we have options. Head to Vermeer, rendezvous. What's this? The visions burned in your beacon. You believe the conduit is a weapon capable of wiping out the galaxy. Find it. Okay, so to find the clues that will lead you to the conduit before Saren. So we still need to go to Ferris and Vermeer. The team might be in danger. I wonder, I don't know if going to Pharos will result, like if it's a time-sensitive thing. My assumption is that these quests are not time-sensitive, but just in case, I think we should go ahead and probably head to Vermeer. If we can find it. Zoom out. How are we gonna find it? That's the question. Did I already investigate all of these guys? I feel like maybe we did. Let's look, just to make sure that we've actually checked out all of the guys in this system. I think we did. There should be one other. There it is. Survey. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's zoom out. Knossos, Sparta, Macedon, Athens. So we already checked out all of these, I think, didn't we? Or wait. Oh, okay. I'm glad that it actually says where. Now, Pharos is on the way to Vermeer. My assumption is they expect us to do Pharos first. Oh, I'm a little nervous about jumping to it. Because this is on the way. I mean, that doesn't really make a difference, does it? Let's go ahead and go to Pharos. We're gonna risk it a little bit. What's Hercules? Oh. No, let's go here. Here we go!
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Oh.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need,
help?
Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations.
One of the VIs we used to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Ooh.
How many casualties so far?
17 Marines were killed in the simulation exercises before we realized what had happened. That's when we contacted you.
Where are they, I wonder?
VI support is critical to our military success. They process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. But as advanced as this thing is at military strategy, it's still just a VI. It's not self-aware, and it's completely disengaged from any networks. That's where you come in. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core, and manually disable it.
Okay.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding.
Okay,
the VI
so they can't
we
do
could bomb
that.
it from orbit, but the damage to the facility... I know Spectres answered the council,
I'm gonna
but
skip
you're
through
still
this
human.
a little bit.
The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the...
Okay. Where is that, I wonder? I don't think I can even open... Okay, so this is where we want to go next. Let's check out these other planets real quick. Zoom out. Just to do any scouting about. Survey! I'm not sure if surveying actually does anything beneficial for us, but my assumption is that it does. Even if it's just a small amount of experience or something. Survey. I guess it gives us the possibility of potentially landing there if we find something. Okay, so let's go to Pharos. Here we go. Ooh. Interesting planet. Alright guys, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.